Your Honor, may I speak out of turn?
Not yet.
I
Oh, okay.
kick a chair.
Enough!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a special edition of Mountain Men Games plays PokeMMO in Hoenn. Today, the dramatic trial of Ronak. He stands accused of murder and eco-terrorism.
So true.
Amongst other things.
Murder of the rules, murder of society.
He's violated the Constitution. The punishment, potentially death.
Potentially.
I cannot stress
This is
enough.
all potentially?
Potentially.
What if I just entered a plea deal and we never see trial?
You will not speak unless spoken to. You will not speak unless spoken to.
The intro is happening, Ronak?
Today, you will hear from the prosecution, from the defense. And while you, the viewer, can make your own mind up, the wheels of justice will not stop turning. We will render a verdict and go from there, I guess.
You're out of order.
Let's all dramatically turn around in 3,
Alright.
2, 1.
Oh, no.
No one did it.
So the thing is, nobody on my screen turned except Tanner.
Yeah, so
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It only shows when you move a square.
shit,
It doesn't
yeah.
update when you
okay,
like.
well then let's move down.
3, 2, 1.
Nice.
It's fine.
I feel like Ronak should be in the corner, not involved in our...
He's innocent until proven guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty.
Wait, let's gritty around him.
I said right.
Should I? Yeah. For your gritting too fast, you gotta walk.
Some fucking mob mentality.
Okay, so the order of operations. Sorry, it will be the persecutor. So it will be Cameron,
Oh, I'm the prosecutor.
prosecutor. Yeah, not persecutor.
I heard you say that, and I was gonna.
And then Ronak will be the defendant.
Oh, I'm defending myself.
You can call a witness anytime, Ronak or Cameron, but they can refuse.
Is somebody the judge?
So I'll be the judge at the end. There will be a vote on whether Ronak gets prosecuted. But since David's the acting president, he can basically veto the vote.
Oh, I can get pardoned. I can get pardoned if I did.
Yeah, you can get pardoned. You can get pardoned.
Also, if you end up running for president and winning, you can pardon yourself.
Holy shit. So can we have a special election before this trial?
Not
It's
before.
not an election season.
You guys would
Ronak.
vote in a felon?
No, that's what I'm saying. The special election.
Where's Rez, by the way?
I'm running into trainers on the way here, sorry.
Oh.
I have some incriminating footage of David that would turn this country upside down.
You don't. He doesn't.
Are David and Corey and Rez the jury?
They can be witnesses, and everyone's technically a juror because
Okay,
everyone.
got it.
Well,
can-
Corey and Rez cannot be witnesses. They weren't there.
True. That's all.
Yeah, but they can be
You
character
can't-
witnesses.
yeah,
They can be
Ronak,
character
it's-
witnesses.
You
character
do not understand how court works. How many times has an actual person who? Anyway,
Well, like, they
That's
bring
a
up
good point, Tanner.
witnesses or experts all the time. We're definitely at least
Okay,
an expert.
okay. We can bring you guys as experts. Okay.
Experts at the very least.
David, you have the floor.
Okay, president didn't take his right to the floor. He forfeits the presidency.
Sorry, I don't remember granting Ronak the floor.
Oh my god.
That's true. That's true.
David,
You're
President,
dead.
you have the floor.
This fucking
Ronak, you speak one
fascism.
more fucking time.
I don't know what you want from me in the present moment.
A little bit of background. Ronak is the opposite party to myself and the president-elect.
I'm the Meganium party.
Ronak is a Meganium party, and David was the Carnivine party, and he won the presidency with me as VP. And we hired Ante or Ryan as the public relations. And then the judicial seat is actually Cameron. So actually, Cameron, technically you are the judicial branch. So you are the judge.
Should I take over this? Do you want to be prosecutor?
I think you are prosecuting, so you can't fill that seat because it's a conflict of interest. So I'll fill that seat.
Okay, got it. David, will you sign off on that?
This all seems
I'm
very
giving it the
above board.
seal. I'm giving it the seal.
Ronak, I would like to point out that you can bring up a vote at any time. So you have if you have a problem with anything that's occurring, you can bring.
No,
up
I don't have a
rule.
problem. I
Not
don't
like
have a problem.
he's gonna derail the
Yeah,
trial.
then keep your asides to yourself.
No, it's free speech.
Is it opening statements time?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone, I'd like to paint a picture for you. An incredibly jaded man boots up PokeMMO, already in a bad mood. with a bad attitude. He has just beaten the third gym and must defeat Team Magma in order to get on the cable car. He is obviously struggling because he is not heeding any of the advice of his advisors who would like to help him, through this process. Now, why are we doing this? Well, we are making videos, and while maybe it's not the most efficient way for us to continue the series, everyone seems to have been in agreement that it would have been the most content forward way to proceed with this incredibly jaded man who is a good addition to the channel because he brings an element of antagonism. It's good to see him struggle through these early gyms, and that is what we got. And the vibe was pretty clear that none of us had a problem with him not progressing quickly. However, all of a sudden a switch flips in this jaded man's mind. Something happens where he loses his sense of self, perhaps. Decides, no, actually our goal is for him to beat this as fast as possible, and that in order to do so, he'll skirt the rules. We've seen him use paralyze heals in battle with level 14 plusles.
God, I'm paralyzed.
Oh, paralyze heal. Ronak gets 5 whiteouts for using an item in battle.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got paralyzed.
And he's paralyzed again.
Be fair, whatever.
Your time will come. Objection.
Sustain.
I think that's
Okay, the president's sustaining this.
Yeah, hold on, dude. I got it.
Sorry, I snapped.
Back to the present moment where this jaded man, who I haven't named, this could be anyone, is fighting against Team Magma. He has a buy barrel. Yes?
I thought you gave him the buy barrel.
I had given him the buy barrel. I asked for the buy barrel back several times, but the excuse was always, oh, I'm already in the battle. The buy barrel was up against Houndooms, was up against Camerupts, and what move was the buy barrel using? I asked the jury. Surf. Over and over again. This jaded man defeats Team Magma after some struggle, I will say, and that is where the conflict starts. And it is of the opinion of the prosecution that this conflict between this man and his advisors, who, mind you, he had not been listening to, and his constant complaints that, oh, I thought we wanted this to go faster. Well, it would have gone faster if he had listened to his advisors. Any hoot, he moves on to the gym. Now, his advisors help him navigate the gym seamlessly, so he does not have to face any of the gym trainers. Now, here is where the biggest faux pas occurs. He takes on the gym with a buy barrel, mind you. So he has 5 Pokemon. He's supposed to have 4. Instead of trading the buy barrel to one of us to hold on to, he decides to challenge the gym. Now, it's going poorly. He's losing Pokemon after Pokemon. And then, all of a sudden, buy barrel comes into play. He throws out buy barrel. It was not a last second, oh, this is the last Pokemon that I have, I need to put out buy barrel. No, he put out buy barrel. And he hits Surfs, chips damage, maybe even defeats a Pokemon, who's to say? I don't remember. But he ends up defeating the gym, and the problem isn't only that he used buy barrel, it's that he was fighting the gym with 5 Pokemon, and he should have been fighting it with 4. As punishment, we decide not to give him a 5th Pokemon. We say, you have to fight this next gym with 4. And he goes into the next gym and defeats it because it's Norman, and Norman is Cheeks. And that's where we are now. I don't know if I am missing anything, but we'll call up witnesses to see if I am. But those are my opening statements.
Ronak, you have the floor.
No, we have to go through all of it. I have to question him and everything. Have you questioned
That was the opening statement.
Statement.
Okay, fine.
He did much.
Jaded doesn't know how court works.
Would you like a
Okay,
reset?
so no. Sorry, I'm in a battle.
Mr. Pabley, are you preoccupied at the moment?
Do I have your
Let me
full
start.
attention?
The minimum amount. So you guys heard a story, and that story was very fascinating, or whatever. You know, everyone's got stories to tell. And whether or not these stories are true, or they're just from the perspective of a small man, who's to say?
Objection.
No.
Absolutely
Opening
objection.
statements, opening statements.
Opening statement.
You could object during an opening statement.
There's some key details that were missed. And let me first start. The paralyze heal, let me attack that first. I didn't know the rule at that point. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. Whatever. I won't use a potion or whatever in a battle again. No harm, no foul. I don't think anyone really cared about that. It seems that that was living rent-free in someone's head, though. I won't say who.
Objection.
Anyways. Okay, let's go on to the Team Magma thing. I will admit, I was struggling. That was pretty tough because someone gave me a Sharpedo who didn't know a water-type move. Someone, won't say who. Just a peek into my strife. I have a flying-type Pokemon who doesn't know a flying-type move. A water-type Pokemon that doesn't know a water-type move. A bug-type Pokemon that doesn't know a bug-type move. And a Execute who doesn't know a grass-type move. So what is the point of having these types? That's why I struggle with Team Magma. That's why I struggled with Flannery or whatever. Actually, I didn't really struggle with Flannery, but that's besides the point. Oh, what the fuck?
Please refrain from cursing.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm in a battle also. My mind's not right at the moment. So I just want to say on the Team Flannery piece, I was burnt. My Carvana was burnt. Everyone was imploring me to heal. Everyone was begging for me to heal. And I didn't want to because I just wanted to get through it. And that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I got through it. I beat Flannery with a burned Sharpedo and a Bibarel. I'll admit that. But I just wanted to get through it. I wanted to be done with Flannery. I wanted to catch up because I felt bad holding everyone up. But someone got very upset that I did that, like too upset. And then as punishment, I wasn't allowed to get a new Pokemon, which was fine. I accepted that. And then I think there was like this air of everyone wanted to see me fail against Norman. But I fucking destroyed Norman, which I think is what led to this lawsuit because I just wasn't allowed to have a good thing, you know? That's it. I think I'm rambling, so...
You've been rambling.
How did you beat Norman?
I don't remember. It was kind of a blur. It went by so fast, I'm not gonna lie. I beat 2 gyms in 20 minutes when it would have taken like an hour if I had not used Bibarel and Flannery. Because I would have like rested. I would have to heal and then I would have done it again. I just didn't want to do it.
Right.
Cameron, would you like to call anyone up to the witness stand?
I would like to call Ronak Pabley up to the witness stand.
Okay, Ronak Pabley, you're at the witness stand. Cameron, you have the floor.
Now, I know that this isn't quite related to the whole Bibarel issue, but I do believe that it is relevant to the character of the witness and shows a previous history of malintention, I'll say.
Please get
Ronak,
to the point.
Do you remember the paralyzed heel incident in full?
I feel like this is a leading question, so just get to your point.
Well, Judge, can he answer the question, please?
He can answer the question.
My answer is maybe
It's a
not.
yes or no question.
We'll see what you have to say.
You cannot lie on the stand.
I'm not lying on the stand. I don't know.
Your character is showing right now.
Okay, Judge, you're being very involved.
Could you please describe the paralyzed heel incident to me?
I was paralyzed and I used a paralyzed heal.
Yes. You said something before about not knowing that rule existed. Is that true?
Yeah.
I would like to bring evidence to the court that he in fact said, I forgot that he wasn't allowed to use a paralyzed heal.
Insane behavior, Ronak.
No.
I did. I forgot.
Sinned.
Yeah, is that not the same thing? I didn't know in that moment because I forgot. I don't know.
He's not wrong.
I'll let the jury absorb that one. Onto your point about complaining that your Pokemon don't have moves of the same type. I will acknowledge that in acts of generosity, your teammates have bought you all of these Pokemon, and you have in fact incurred debt towards those. So I guess when you buy a Pokemon, you get the moves that you have, and that's it, right?
I know, but it's prohibitively expensive to change those moves because you need a hard skill.
Answer the question.
Can you learn?
Yeah,
is
you
it
can learn
possible
moves,
to learn new
but I
moves?
couldn't do it
That's
until
interesting.
Gen 5, until I had 5 gym badges.
Right. However, you have 5 teammates who have 5 gym badges.
Yeah.
So it is of my opinion that you could have advocated for better moves. However,
I don't know what...
the attitude was, I have to do this as fast as possible. And that is shown by Carvana being burned, you not knowing what being burned meant, but still going into a gym battle despite your advisor's advice.
Wait, do you want a burn
sorry.
heal?
Ronak, why did you start?
Dude,
Do you
it'll be
realize
fine.
what
It'll be
burn
fine.
does
Do you know what burn does?
in
Do you know
Pokemon?
what-
Yes, I know what burn does. It'll be fine.
What does it do?
It'll be
What does it do?
fine. It'll wear
does it do?
off. I know what it
won't wear off.
does.
What does it do? Tell me.
It hurts me, I know.
No, that's not what it does, Ronak. That's not all it does. Watch how much damage this does.
Oh, what the fuck?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him what burn does.
Well, I'm gonna lose.
We'll let him figure it
Like,
out.
we're trying to help you and you're not accepting it. Moving on to what I believe is the most heinous point, and that is that it was taking too long and he just wanted to get through it. Did David not want to just get through it in the first gym? Did Corey not want to just get through it in the first gym? Did I not want to just get through it in the first gym? No. We all played by the rules. We bought an HM for each other, and we all agreed this HM for this Pokemon is what is needed, and we all agreed. In fact, Corey took some whiteouts in order to learn Steel Wing. The idea that you wanted to simply get through it as fast as possible does not quite align with the purpose of us having you record these episodes with us, because if you wanted to just get through it, we would have had you do it alone.
Sorry, are you still asking the witness questions?
Yeah, what is this? Is this supposed to be a question at the end of this?
Then object. Object then.
All right,
That's a
Mr.
skill
Barr.
issue, Judge. That's a
Mr.
skill
Barr.
issue.
Mr. Barr.
Judge, would you acknowledge that that is a skill issue, Judge?
Order! Would you like to call any other witnesses?
Bro is just yapping.
I would like to call Tanner Dotson to the stand.
Whoa.
Okay, Tanner Dotson is now at the stand.
Whoa. Oh, Judge?
Is this allowed?
How would-
The judge is on the stand?
I did a
Clearly
quick,
not an impartial
costume
judge.
change. I did a quick costume change. And
so you're
seamlessly
impersonating
placed
a judge.
Corey. You don't know what happened on the stand.
You just admitted it.
I'm portraying what happened in an objective third-party narrator.
How was Ronak performing against Maxi?
Very, very, very poorly.
Who would you say in this group knows the most about Pokemon?
I would say myself.
Interesting. Who would you say knows the second most about Pokemon?
I would say you or Resma.
Very interesting. Who was on the episode with Ronak as he was fighting Maxi?
It was you, me, David, and Ronak.
Yes, very interesting. How would you say Ronak was responding to our advice?
He was jaded.
How did that make you feel?
I try to leave my feelings out.
Yes. Objectively, how did that make you feel?
Like he didn't deserve anything.
Yes, very
Oh
interesting.
my
Now,
god.
if we can turn to the gym battle, what has been more or less the biggest draw of our series, the biggest rule of our series, what maybe sets this playthrough apart from other playthroughs that maybe one would do by oneself?
That you get assigned certain Pokemon to make the game more challenging, and you can only use those Pokemon during
Very
battles.
interesting. I do believe that is all. If the defense would like to cross-examine.
Would you like to ask any questions to Cameron's witness, Ronak?
Yeah, sure. So you're saying, I think Cameron's big assertion is that everyone was fine if I was taking forever. But like, do you really feel that way?
We didn't want to sacrifice the playthrough for speed.
Do you also acknowledge that you spent a lot of your own money to help me learn moves that would make my life
Yes.
easier?
Willingly.
Willingly. Is that something that you've done for other people in this playthrough?
I don't remember. I don't. I really don't.
So not often. Not often.
The answer is yes. But
Not enough to ever remember. Because just maybe it's not a part of the rules.
No, helping comes from the heart. It's not a written rule.
But some would say that like the whole point of this playthrough is to make it harder. But you're
Correct.
By giving me moves, you're making it
Within the
easier.
bounds of the rules. And part of the rules is that you can't use other mons.
But I'm just saying, like, the rules were already being stretched. I think
You
that's
have
the
to
point
be
I wanna
more
make.
specific. You have
The
to
rules
be
were
more
already being
specific.
stretched.
You have to be more specific.
I was being given Pokemon. I was being given moves.
within the constraints of the rules.
There's no rule saying that we're allowed to help each other out.
Yeah, there's no rule about that, which is why we have done that in the past.
Okay.
Would you like to ask?
Okay,
the
would you?
witness
Okay,
one
no, I
question?
do have one other question. How would you say was Cameron's reaction to me using the Pokemon, to using Bibarel in the gym? Which we all
He
agree
was
is what happened.
vehemently against it.
Vehemently, that's a strong
Can I
word.
speak
That's
out
a
of
strong
turn?
word.
Your Honor, may I speak out of turn?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I kick a chair.
Ronak, enough. Ronak, you get one more question for the witness.
Oh, okay. No, so he was very mad. You would say.
Yeah.
Objection. Leading question.
Well, no, he said vehemently, so I just wanted
said
confirmation.
He was
of what
vehemently
he's saying.
against it.
Yeah, and what
I
does
did not say
vehement-
he was angry. I did not say he was mad.
Okay, what does
He was trying to
vehemently
uphold
mean?
he was trying to uphold the integrity of the playthrough as the host of the channel.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. Last question. Did he raise his voice?
What?
Did he raise his voice during the aftermath of the Flannery gym battle?
You
cheated.
Isn't the point that I catch up as quickly as possible?
Yes, but you have to play the game.
I'm playing.
You have to play the game.
I'm playing it.
There are rules, Ronak. This is the run through. This is the channel.
He could have. He might have.
Wow. Okay. Yes or no question. We have the tapes.
If he did, I don't remember.
Okay. This shit is such a kangaroo court. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Ronak, the witness is yours, or the you may call any witness of your choosing to the stand.
Pick me.
Okay, Corey. Corey really wants to say something, so I'll call Corey to the witness stand.
You get one question since he wasn't there.
What? Okay, Corey, please tell us, do you have something to say?
Is that
I like it.
is that how
It's an
we're
open-ended question.
It's a yes or no question.
No.
No, it doesn't have to be yes.
Yes, I do.
I'm assuming the defense rests.
Why was he only allowed one question?
Because this needs
I thought we were
to
allowed
get
to have like
going.
character witnesses.
This needs to
Or
get
experts.
going. We are so behind schedule.
Okay, so now we want to move fast.
Yes.
I was just saying we essentially have one rule, and it's just picking Pokemon and using those Pokemon. That's it. And you clearly didn't follow them.
No, you also have rules about paralyze heals and potions in battles.
Yeah, but that's less heinous than using a Bibarel to beat your fire. Anyways, I'll step down from the witness stand.
All right.
Can I cross-examine?
Yes, actually, come back, Corey. Come back to the witness stand.
Okay, I plop my ass on the witness.
Cameron, the witness is yours.
Damn, dumpy.
You get one question.
Yes, I would. Since Corey was not there, I would like to talk to him as a character witness. In one word, how would you describe Ronak's attitude throughout this playthrough?
Jaded.
Thank you. The prosecution rests.
Okay, closing statements. Prosecution goes first, I believe, but make it quick.
The goal of this playthrough is not to go fast. The goal of this playthrough is not to have optimized teams that beat everything. No, the goal of this playthrough is to be entertaining. And what is entertaining? Struggle. And that is the one pillar that this channel has rested on throughout its entire existence. What did we do against Rach? We struggled. What did we do against Brock and against Misty? We struggled. What was my first Pokemon in Kanto? Farfetch'd. How many whiteouts does David have? 34. Oh shit, I did have a different question for Corey. God damn it. I would like to say that Corey has Steel Wing, or had Steel Wing on his Swellow. How did he get that? We bought it for him. David had Earth Power on his Mag Cargo. How did we get that for him? We bought it for him. There has been a precedent of stretching the rules, but it's when everyone agrees that those rules should be stretched in order to progress, because otherwise it would never happen. And that is the same thing that we've done for Ronak with Swablu, and that is where I will rest.
Ronak, your closing statement.
I want to go back to like the first episode that I did. There's something that was mentioned, which was the phrase we're gonna do it all in one day was uttered.
So we're just going to go with him on his journey as he tries to catch up to us.
What's the over-under on how long it's going to take?
We're under on session.
One day.
One session? Yeah, we're doing
One
this in
shot.
one session.
Today.
Oh my god.
In that moment, I felt immense
Sarcastically.
pressure to perform. And now we're up to like over a month of doing recordings. and I just now caught up. So in the back of my mind, I'm like a little tiny voice biting away at me. I had that first phrase uttered on the first episode. It got dark because
Objection.
you can't object the closing statement.
Ronak accepted Swablu. Objection. Ronak accepted Caesar.
This is true. Ronak, you cannot lie in the court.
What? No, what do you mean?
Carry on.
You're not allowed to interrupt on closing arguments.
Objected.
And when you lie,
I didn't lie. What did I lie about?
I don't know.
No,
Keep
it
going.
was just a
Exactly.
reminder. It was something I forgot to say. In
Okay,
this
so you
argument,
can
which was
object.
that-
Yeah,
which was that
Makes no
Ronak
fucking
accepted
sense.
all of his Pokemon. Ronak could have declined them, but he accepted them.
I would like to remind the court that is Ronak's floor right now.
Also, the rules were different for me because you guys did a random selection as opposed to someone just assigning it to me.
This is true.
Arguably makes it better and easier.
But anyway, carry on, Ronak.
Anyways, I did what I did. I don't think it was a big deal. I accepted however many penalty whiteouts Cameron was willing to throw my way for
what
that.
about the integrity of the game?
I think it's fine. I think it's
Quit
unchanged.
interrupting the closing statement of Ronak Pabley.
The game's legacy is still intact. I don't think this is going to have foundational impact on anything. I think everyone at the end of the day will be happy that I'm caught up and that we can move on with this. And that
You don't
we can
seem
get on with
happy.
it.
Let it be known that I am.
Well,
unhappy.
I don't seem happy. It's because I think everyone came into here pre-decided.
What are the charges?
So he's being charged with breaking the Constitution of Hoenn by using a bi-barrel in battle.
So treason?
No, not treason.
Murder.
It's not even a felony. In fact, it's a misdemeanor.
Oh.
Also, I plead insanity. I plead insanity.
No. If anything is a felony in this
Oh, in this context,
playthrough, it's
that's
using
very
a bi-barrel.
Yeah. That's very true. It has been upgraded to a felony. Anyway, with that in mind, we go to the.
You can't just let the lawyer get in the judge's ear like that and upgrade stuff like that. That's not allowed. You said it was a misdemeanor. It's a misdemeanor.
Take it to the judge. Okay,
Call
so
for a mistrial.
declare for
You could have made it a felony from the beginning.
It was a felony from the beginning. I misspoke. As Tanner, not the judge.
There's some underhanded shit going on. Did he promise you a fucking salamence if you do this?
Tanner's the last person that would want a Salamence. Let's be
That's
honest.
very true. Okay, now we move on to the jurors' vote. So right now we'll start with David, Corey, and Resma. Are you in favor of Ronak being guilty on all charges? But there's only one charge.
Don't we have to be unanimous?
Oh yeah, should we like?
Yeah,
should we
now's the time for
discuss?
someone to like really
Here, guys, let's go over to the
Yeah,
jurors.
so
change everyone's
we'll
mind.
we'll discuss.
Wait,
Let's deliberate.
do I not get a vote?
Guys, let's
No,
deliberate.
you're a lawyer.
I
Wait.
thought everyone was jurors.
That's true. I'm starting with Corey, David, and Resma right now.
Okay.
But if
David.
it needs to be unanimous,
David, what do you
then we
think?
should all discuss. Without Ronak in the room.
I would like to just hear what everyone votes first.
We're deliberating. We're deliberating. I think we've come to a decision.
Oh. So, as David, not the president-elect, do you find Ronak guilty?
I find him more guilty as David than I do as the president, who still finds me guilty.
Okay. So, David is a yes. Corey,
Guilty on all charges.
Resma,
Shit.
I came in pretty unbiased. Let's say good. Based on
Cameron.
Not guilty.
What the fuck?
I storm out
As
the
the
court.
judge,
Wait, I have a
I
vote,
think
right?
he is guilty. Yeah, Ronak, what's your vote?
Not guilty.
Okay. So,
It's a mistrial.
it's a...
It's totally a mistrial.
Unbelievable.
Sam abstains and Woolsey abstains. I don't know why he's on this.
Woolsey abstains.
Okay, so it does have to be unanimous. Since Ronak and Cameron voted not guilty, even though Cameron prosecuted Ronak,
It was an unfair trial.
the vote does not pass.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
sorry.
fucking
The Ronak is found not guilty.
That's
Ronak's
not
saying
how
it's
it
a-
works.
It's a kangaroo court, but he got
Well, I'm not going through the process of trying to convince Ronak to vote yes, so the only other way around is to vote. Convince
Well,
everyone to
Ronak
vote
is the
no,
defendant. He's obviously gonna plead not guilty.
Actually pled insanity, which is crazy. You guys could have
You're
totally
pleading
been on
And the
that.
thing would be convincing Cam to vote
So.
guilty.
Oh my god.
I'm 12 angry menning it.
The case has been thrown out.
Yeah, this has been a mistrial. David, would you like any final comments for the court of what just happened?
The
You
wheels
can
of
assign
justice
Why
any
wasn't
punishment.
David brought to the
spinning.
witness stand?
Today,
I would have, but Tanner didn't give me time.
you
Tanner
may
really
agree,
wanted. That's what I'm
you
saying.
may
There's some
disagree.
shady shit.
Sorry, the
That
president-elect
is
is
the
talking.
beauty of our justice system.
I get on one knee.
Tomorrow, it may be someone you love on trial, and this precedent may just help them escape certain death. A word to the wise and whoever's listening: don't use your buy barrel in the gym, especially if it's not even your buy barrel. Just heed that advice, however you will. Don't use paralyzed heals in battle. It's really easy not to do. And just general guidance. Don't take people's generosity as a reason to push that to the envelope. I think you should say thank you and be like, oh, I appreciate the fact that you're helping me progress, and not be all like, oh, well, we've bent one rule, why not bend them all? That's just my 2 cents.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
And with
A
that,
lot of yapping for a mistrial, though.
okay, I could put you like to the guillotine. I have that power.
That is
All right,
Yeah.
all right,
Executive
Mr.
power.
Fascist.
I'm the one that just said the wheels of justice
Whoa!
had turned.
You do not
and
speak to
it's
the
unbelievable.
president like.
Unbelievable.
Well, if he's being
Gag order,
fascist,
gag
I'm
order,
gonna call him
gag
a
order.
fascist.
Gag order,
Gag order.
but like a physical one, literally
Talks
gag
like
him.
a dog, barks like a dog.
Okay. With that, I must be going, but
Yes. Thank you, Mr. President.
what a trial it was. Nancy Grace, her viewership was crazy. The ratings were crazy.
I did vote not guilty because I figured that was punishment enough, what just happened.
Yeah, that was and hopefully Ronak has a different mentality towards this playthrough now, and I think he will come out the bigger man.
I would have wished to ask Ronak at some point what his motivations and goals were for this playthrough.
I just wanted to catch up and then follow the rules.
At any point, were you concerned that we were getting impatient with how long you were taking?
Yeah.
Maybe Ronak was getting impatient.
Because that would have
That's a good point.
definitely favored Ronak if we asked that question. Also, Ronak didn't have a lawyer to defend him.
Yeah,
So
that's
no
what I
one could
said.
ask him favorable questions.
Well,
Yeah, no, that's true.
that's on Ronak.
So
He
it's-
didn't
it's
hire
de-
him.
So definitely a
no
mistrial.
one wanted to defend me. No one was jumping.
Yeah, and that's why you lost, because you thought those things. But yet, even
Yeah.
the prosecutor voted not guilty. So who's really?
Can we do another trial with me defending Ronak?
It's already a mistrial. The job's done. There's no punishment.
Ronak, where are you?
I'm in Mob. I whited at the Weather Institute.
Without saying anything.
Unbelievable.
Saying.